comment. Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner and Skapari.
Yeah.
On the safari. Live chat. So basically today we're just going to go through our most disappointing figures. And it's not just this year, it's of all time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the collection.
Yeah, so we don't know what each other has selected. That's for sure. And we're just going to go through and say why they're our disappointment. And hopefully you guys will join in on the chat as well. And if you're here after the chat as well, just comment down below what is your most disappointing figure of all time. So I think I went first last time, so you can go first.
Well, I'll do it as number 5. I mean, I bought it because I wanted the Build-A-Figure pieces, and it was between this one and another one, but I wanted the Captain America, well, Sam Wilson flight suit, because I thought, what is the point of having a wave, right, where the Build-A-Figure is the main part of a figure, which I really didn't understand, but I got the whole wave anyway.
Yeah.
And so my most disappointing figure, I mean, this whole wave was disappointing. I sold 2 of them already, so I couldn't do the others. But this was US Agent, the MCU one. I mean, it comes with nothing. It comes with a gun that's stuck in its leg, in its holster. So, I mean, you can't even pull it out if you wanted to. Comes with a trigger finger for a gun it can't hold. And really, basically, the only thing with it, I mean, the face sculpt ain't bad. I mean, what you can see of it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's a useless figure, to be honest with you. It's just one of those ones that stands there and dies. Do you know what I mean? It's just because you can't do him shooting, like, unless I use a gun for Winter Soldier. But other than that, I think he is easily one of the most disappointing figures in my collection. I mean, he's not number 1 though. So
no. So it's only going to get worse. See, I quite liked US Agent. I thought US Agent wasn't too bad, and actually only one out of that phase that I bought. But I was let down because he didn't come with anything, and then I had to do the modifications to him as well. So it's kind of like a bit annoying, but it was kind of like a task as well. But
see, I like your retro one. I wouldn't mind having that, but I mean, that one didn't come with a shield. It didn't come with anything. I just thought,
even like a battered shield. Sorry, but when I got him, he stood on the shelf for a little bit, took some pictures, and he went in the drawer. Didn't do anything with him.
Pretty much the same as that one.
Yeah, and I think it's because I'm not an MCU fan anyway. Because I think the MCU Marvel Legends, I just feel like they're a little bit kind of restricted compared to the retros, because of the butterfly joints and
the armor and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I did my Moon Knight review today, and it's a good figure, but it's missing some of the good articulation. That's what lets it down.
Yeah, definitely.
The most for a figure that's not really got armor on either. So
I'm just putting my figures in order here. I'm just like literally looking for it. Come on, as soon as I come on this thing, I think it's my phone. When I put my phone near my laptop, it decides to give me bad reception. Right. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to do him because he. 1, 2, 3. Right. Yeah, we're going to go through this one. So this is actually going back a little bit now. Probably quite a little while back. And I don't know why it was such a letdown figure, because it was quite highly anticipated. The game around the time when it was coming out that it was based on was quite highly anticipated as well. But it just seems to be, even though it's reuse, it seems to be even, I'm going to swear, shitter than before. and I just don't understand how it got so bad. So for me, this is the Purge Trooper from
Yeah.
Black Series, and it was like I know the clone kind of articulation was bad anyway, but when they released this guy, he literally could not even do jack shit. This is like the only pose he
Yeah.
can do. You
See, I've
can't,
got two of them.
yeah, because the other one was
Got the
apparently
new one.
worse with the staff.
Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I just don't how. I mean, I quite like the old clone body. I was pissed off when it got upgraded, and I just don't know how it got worse with a reused body that we was kind of used to. But yeah,
It's disappointing with them because those are the sort of figures you want in cool poses.
yeah, you know, you want an army build, you want to have one over the other, one ducking down, shooting,
You can't do
one
it.
round the corner. Just
I think the
can't.
best body for armored stuff in Black Series would be the Death Troopers. I think that was a really good. They were really good figures.
Yeah, they were pretty cool actually. They were a bit too skinny and a bit too limp in
The
places.
Black
But
Series General Grievous is disappointing. Looks great, but his underside poor and standing. Yeah, definitely poor standing.
yeah, when I did my my collection overhaul, I put him on the top shelf because that's where he stays. He just sort of sits there like a dead beetle, like on his back. And I stood him up.
One's on the shelf, just leaning against the clone.
I stood him up for the collection. I thought, well, let's see how long you stand for. And currently he's on the floor. It's just literally.
He can stand really well sometimes, and then give it 10 minutes, and he's flat.
Yeah, he just like, oh, come on, don't give up.
Again.
Oh, there we go. For connection was going bad. Yeah, he just falls for no apparent reason. And it's the worst thing to fall as well because he's holding 4 lightsabers, so one of them's going to snap sooner.
He was going to be my number 5, but I pushed it to 6. So.
Yeah.
It's like they redid him as well, and it's still just as bad. So.
Yeah, well, they didn't really do him, did they? I was always tossing up whether to get the Bandai kit or him, but the Bandai kit just kept going up and up in price, and I was like,
one thing I hope they do in the future is a modern, like 2007 Clone Wars one, because he's not beefy, and I think he'd probably stand a bit low.
Yeah, that's it. Go on then, what's your number 4?
Well, my number 4, I always wanted this one, or this type of Black Series figure, but same with Bosk, it looks phenomenal. Yeah, Bosk.
Phenomenal, but
articulation is awful.
I don't think his articulation's that bad because I've got him in some good sort of poses before now. But the only thing when it comes to it is like using his accessories. If you want to do him like a claw mark or grabbing someone, it's fine. But actually using his gun, it's just like, and it's the same as the original Boba Fett, the one they keep reusing. As soon as you get him in his gun pose, it's just static. You can't really get him in a decent-ish pose unless you're really twisting it around.
So this one, it's a clone. I'm not sure what body it is. You'll probably know, but it's one of the worst ones. It's the 501st, the recent ones. Now, this is the archive one, and you'd think, well, maybe we'll do it on the newer clone body.
No.
Or the one with the better articulation.
That's why I told you to get the bootleg one, because the bootleg one's 10 times better.
And as I did it on my what review did I do on the Blue Ranger review?
Yeah.
I compared the articulation to the armored Blue Ranger in this one, and that is as far up as I can get his arm. Look at it. I mean,
it's based on the very first.
That's as far as his arm goes, even though it's double jointed.
It was from the 4-pack,
and it's really loose as well.
Yeah,
but
is it as bad as Cody?
No, my Cody's not loose, but his legs go up quite far.
Yeah, but what's your Cody's legs like?
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Fucking. That's the archive one.
I'm made of gummy bears.
Yeah. And it's just really like stiff, and like literally the only pose I can get him in is is that
Mm.
it can't even bend enough to actually like hold the gun in the other hand. It's just, yeah, there you go. It goes too far. There you go. So,
Yeah,
that's
so
an
it just
awful
gets
one.
in.
And I've got two of them. I had two of them.
Well, I told you to get the bootleg one. It's
Yeah,
10
but I
times
couldn't
better.
get it at the time, could I?
Why not?
Because they didn't have any.
Yes, I did. The bootleg ones are never out of fashion.
And
They're
in this
always in
one,
stock.
sorry, and his foot is sat at that angle the whole time. It's like twisted because the armor goes over where the boot would sit.
Yeah,
So it's just, it doesn't move.
twisted in a way.
Yeah, so awful. I literally only use them for when clones are dead.
Yeah.
So. Even then, you
dear.
can't get them in a dead pose.
I know. They just look rigid, like they're made out of like Minecraft bricks.
It's like rigor mortis has just kicked in.
Just as they died. This is one. I was going to put this as an honourable mention, but actually, it's really pissed me off because I really loved the figure and I actually thought it was amazing, and I think I would have even put it in my top figures of all time. And it's a recent figure, and that figure is actually my Shredder.
I thought you really liked it.
I did, but it's really come to a case of where it's really annoyed me, and it's really surprised me because everything about it is fantastic.
He was in your top 10, wasn't he?
No, well, I think I think he was like an honourable mention. I think,
Oh.
or maybe not, but he's actually fallen down as one of my disappointed ones. He's when I first got him out of the packet, it was absolutely amazing. He was stand up absolutely fine and do everything fine. But since then, his legs have become really loose. This ankle is really loose, but this
So
one
it just tips back.
is it's really tough. Like it's like on a ratchet. So I can't get this in a really nice place because it's only does 3 like clicks.
Yeah.
But this one is so smooth and it just flips and his legs are loose. So when I get him in a pose, he just
Yeah.
like all the time. And because his legs, this just tips and gives way, and this one's too
That's
stiff.
the worst thing on the figure is a loose ankle because
Yeah,
it always just tips. Yeah.
Just buckles. I was kind of thinking about putting Darth Vader on this as well because obviously his legs are really annoying, and it's like you never got a decent Darth Vader figure because of that kind of reason.
I think that's just expected though with them.
Yeah,
That's why he went on my disappointed one.
but it's this ankle. It's just proper. You can hear it. It's like a ratchet. It's like three places I can put it, and then this one, it's just.
I was going to pick him up because I saw him in Nerd Base, and I was like, "Do I? And then I just got a Green Ranger because he's
it's so annoying because I think he's amazing, but just because of that, he just can't stand. And even try and get him into a pose.
None of my Power Rangers are on him, so
yeah. And it's also, it feels like his one leg is higher than the other.
Mm.
But look, it's like this one's always tipping down, and if I put it in the other one, it's tipping up. It just never goes into an actual like straight pose. I suppose I have to heat it up, but
you shouldn't have to do that though, should you?
No, that's what I mean. But the other one's gone. You know, the other ankle's like flippy. It's like he's got a broken ankle.
So my next one,
yeah,
it isn't Black Series, it isn't Marvel Legends, it's a Jazzwares one, and it's a Halo figure. Now this is probably one of my favourite characters from Halo, or Halo Reach anyway. And when I got it, it was okay, but it is so loose, and it's Cat from Halo. Everything is so loose on it. Like this, I had to take the torso off and put varnish on it to tighten it up. But since, like, that was a year ago, and it's got loose again. But its arms, like, it can't even hold its gun up. It's, you know, the Spartan lasers, the only big cannons, came with one of them. No point. It literally, the minute you put it on, his arm just goes down. I mean, you can hear it rattling.
Yeah.
Feet are like your shredder, like ratchet, so really stiff, but then its toes are really loose. So whenever you put it in a pose, you can guarantee it'll fall over and it's not even holding anything. I can't stand it. So it literally just lies down. The only Halo figure I've got that stands up is Master Chief. The others, they're just really loose, and it's a shame because they're really well detailed figures.
Yeah.
And they look great in photos when they stand. And it's a shame, really, because I would easily get the rest of this line. But
it's just put you off.
yeah, it's put me off. I mean, the articulation on them are brilliant. Like, look at that. That's a double joint. That's a proper double joint. But yeah, it's just put me off. Like, she'll stand for like a few seconds. Like, she's standing. Guarantee she'll fall over. I'll keep her standing. By the end of the video, I'll tell you if she falls over. But yeah, that's my number 3.
That's your number 3.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
Actually, that reminds me of like a figure having something they could never hold it because their arm was just super loose. Or I had a Black Series figure, and it was like he couldn't hold it because his wrist was just too.
What one is that? Because I've got the same one.
I couldn't remember which one it is actually.
It's not one of the Luke's, is it?
Nah.
Is it Luke?
I can't remember. I just remember like you put it in its hand and it just went. It's just we could never hold the gun. It was like So this is another Black Series figure for my number. This is number 3, isn't it? So, which was one of my. I don't know. You know when like these figures come out and you're kind of like, right, I'm gonna go and get it. I feel like I'm gonna sort of like it. It looks cool. But it just wasn't what I kind of imagined, and it really surprised me actually because Hasbro's kind of disappointed me as well. And I know you like this figure. It's another Clone Trooper, but it's the Jet Trooper, and I just feel
I can see why though.
Yeah, they put it on the sort of I think it's like the Bly body, or a combination of both, and I just think it was this one that needed to be on the new body. Like this needed to be on the new body because it's a flying trooper. You want to put him in all those different poses, like flying, bringing his legs up, and then getting him down so he can actually sort of aim down his pose and his posture. But it just literally, his ankles, because of the armor on the back. I think this is what you're saying. There's a massive lip. So his actual ankles can't even dip. They can't dip down. So when he's flying, he's always just got flat foot. So he's like, it takes off like this. Like
was the the Stormtrooper Jet Trooper. What was it? The Jump Troopers. They're really good bodies. And the what's it? Jet Trooper from the sequels. That's a really good body as well.
Yeah. But just don't, why they done it?
Oh my god!
Yeah, you're bigging up the sequels. What you doing? Because of the ankles, you can't dip his feet down. So when he's flying, you have to tuck his legs right back like that. But if he was going to put him forward, he's just always.
I think I've got one photo with that guy.
Yeah, feet like that. He just can't. Oh, it's just annoying. It's just like you can't do anything with him, and he's just again another basic figure that's wasted away by just being.
What was the last clone to be on the new body? Was it the
Camino they did bring out the Camino is all the sort of traditional clone troopers, the shock trooper, the Camino, the 31st second one, the new one that's just come out from Fallen Order, that's on the new clone body as well.
I like the
the sort of like the stormtroopery clone trooper guy from thingy. Yeah, the Commando. But
Yeah, Commando's really good.
Yeah, but when they brought out Hulk, he was a combination of old and new.
I don't know why I can't
And
just
then
keep
obviously
it
this one, so
the same.
yeah, just like you made the new body now, just stick with it because it pisses me off because my OCD now, my clone troopers who all have the same armor are different. Like it just annoys me. So you can imagine if they did that with
So that's
Stormtrooper
why
and they
people
kept flipping.
bootleg them.
Yeah,
I think the
I do.
Stormtrooper body is a really good one. The most recent one is a really good body.
Yeah,
I don't know why they can't
it's,
keep that. Like, it's a Stormtrooper. It's just similar to a clone. Why they
yeah.
can't
So yeah, I mean,
do the same thing, but
just reprint the sort of like aesthetic of a clone trooper on a Stormtrooper. So
so it's number 2 now. I only got this one right because I mainly wanted the Build-A-Figure again, but I also didn't have this figure in my collection at all, and he is a cool character. And it's just a shame really because the first one I did weren't too bad, but this most recent one from the Thor Love and Thunder line is awful. And it is Star-Lord. It looks nothing like Star-Lord. I don't know if you can see on there, but it looks like his dad from the
you've gone
second
a bit
film.
pixelated on
The
my
first...
screen. I don't know what's going on.
All right now?
No, you've been pixelated for a little while. I've got connection, but you're a bit. I don't know. It's just my connection. I don't know.
He looks like his dad from number 2, is it? Or 1?
Yeah, what Russell? Kurt Russell.
It looks Russell, yeah, and he just looks like nothing like him, and that's the most disappointing thing, really. And when you think I didn't have him before, and I just wanted Star-Lord, and to have this, it looks like it should be from like a What If or something like that.
Yeah.
The rest of it's pretty cool sculpt. I mean, it's pretty much
What was
looks
the
like his
Build-A-Figure
Gambit
for
body,
that?
really. Korg.
Okay, yeah.
And that's another one. He would have been on my disappointing ones as well.
Oh, really?
Because he doesn't, his legs. So Korg's legs go like that at the bottom, so he doesn't stand. And it's just you can only have him in like a lunging kind of pose like that. So that details, like they're really good detailed figures, these ones, but I mean just a big letdown with the face sculpt, I'd say, with this one. And it was disappointing because I wanted him in my collection. The Groot, brilliant figure, really like the figure.
Yeah.
But this was awful. I've only used him in one photo. Yeah,
Oh,
he's really clicky as well.
How was he? Does he not get on well with the others?
No, he's yeah, he's just really, his articulation's just really like those ankles, like click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2.
So,
1, 2, 3, 2.
we got Clip Films Melbourne. The diorama impressive. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
It's not that good.
Yeah, actually, your one's better.
Yeah.
I might keep yours.
No way.
Yeah, I'll put it all in its sleeve. So I'm actually making Skapari.
Oh, whatever.
Um,
There's another comment there.
Yeah, his own diorama pieces. So which will be going onto his channel. So if you get time, pop over, give him a little subscribe, and you'll see
I'll
it
probably
soon.
be doing a review of it as well.
Oh, we reviewing my work.
Yeah.
It's always disappointing Star Wars Black when you bring back a figure without doing any updates, like Boss can see 3PO. I mean, obviously, when they do
much.
Well, I mean, they did bring him out again, and the C-3PO from Rise of Skywalker was pretty good. But and the one from the 2-pack with Chewbacca, that was a really good C-3PO. It was better than the original release.
That's because it all broke
Because
up.
obviously he could, and he could move his arms and stuff as well, like jointed. But the Bosk and all that, I mean, as a re-release, it's an archive, isn't it? So it's just like another way to get the figure in a cheaper way, I suppose, rather than paying the scalper odds. But yeah, it would be quite nice to sort of have them start updating. But I don't know whether I'll go out to re-buy figures that I've already got in the Black Series. It's a bit of a hard one, isn't it? Because I did just Dango figure, so do 8 paint updates you did. I don't blame you. Yeah, it's just Dengar definitely needed the upgrades and all that. He's an annoying figure as well. He's got like little feet.
Too heavy.
Yeah, and he's got little feet and they just fall over or something. I think Archive do not update any. No, they're just re-releases. They're just easier things by Hasbro, which is fine. You know, I'm really waiting for Bosch. I can't wait to get Bosch. You know, it's fine for them to do that, but as long as it's the same. It would annoy me like when they brought out Greedo and he didn't have the paint applications as the first one, and it was just really plain. That would really annoy me.
That Greedo was like the recent one you got because that was awful.
Which one?
The most recent Greedo. Steve's frozen.
Are we back?
You back? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened there? I've still got like a 1 bar thing on there. Just don't move. I can't remember what we were saying about now.
Your most recent Greedo you got.
I'm frozen. Yeah, the Greedo was the orange jacket.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
No, was it really bright colours? What was a really bright coloured one?
Oh.
You didn't get him, did you? I don't think. Let me have a look. I'll try and find it.
It's going crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, well, my internet's fine, but it's my connection with StreamYard that's going about too early.
Oh, the 50th anniversary Greedo they did.
Oh, coming back. What, this Greedo?
No, I meant this one. You didn't get it. The 50th anniversary one they did.
This one?
Yeah, awful. What is that?
Well, it's based on the Kenner design.
Ugh.
So it's not too bad, but obviously it's not as good as this one. But I'm actually going to customize this one at a later date. There was a Rodian, I'll say another Greedo, in Phantom Menace, and he was like a mechanic, I think, or something like that. He's in the background. So I'm actually going to remake him into that character.
Fascination with Greedo.
I love Greedo. I think it's pretty cool, isn't he? He's like,
well, you don't really see it much.
Yeah.
You only see him when his face hits the table.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was the all green Amazon one. Yeah, that's what it meant. Right, so it's my number 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So number 2, you probably know that this was going to be on the list anyway. So this is when I started collecting Marvel Legends, and I wanted to get all the classics in Avenger form. And the one I went out and got was the AI Iron Man. I kind of thought like I wanted a classic Iron Man, Like I really wanted, just wanted one, but it was just really glossy. Just looks really plasticky, and his legs do that kind of split thing. You can never get him in a nice pose. He just always does this kind of splits, and it just doesn't look dynamic enough. He just other people on Instagram take pictures. It looks great. I do it. It just looks crap. Like just
That's the one that when you went out and bought, me and Fraser Figures was just taking a mick out of you for. It was awful.
Yeah. I just wanted
a fruit salad.
I just wanted the classic Iron Man, and he just crap. And the other thing about it as well is that his face plate falls off, so he just looks like.
Oh my god, that's scary.
Well, yeah, it's quite cool that it does come off, but I don't think it's.
What's the one you use now? The main one, it's the AI one, isn't it?
No, this is AI.
Oh, that's AI. What's the other one?
It's got a name. It's got a name. It's got drawers sticking out. It's got a name, and I can't remember which one, but it's this one. This one I use the most.
Oh yeah, Centurion.
No, Centurion's the silver one. I can't remember. It's like Repulse. I don't know. One of the guys in the thing might say.
The AI Iron Man, does it have stiff leg joints?
No, let's have a look. Just go through the comments. If Indiana Jones' fifth film comes out, any plans for Indiana Jones figures? If they do a 6-inch Indiana Jones, then maybe just him.
Yeah, that's what I don't need getting to.
Yeah, I wouldn't go off and get like any kind of sort of other figures, unless the soldier figures look pretty cool or something else is in it.
Well, soldier figures would be good for crossovers. So
that's what I mean. You just do that, but anything else, it's like the damsel in distress and and stuff like that. Just no. Maybe if they do older figures and do short round, I might get him. Is Dr. Jones the already?
I've seen him for so long.
Yeah. The AI Iron Man, does it have stiff leg joints? Picked up one on Markdown, but haven't opened. No, it hasn't got stiff joints. His leg joints are all fine. Everything's fine. Like I can't really complain about him. I just thought the aesthetic of it, the one I wanted, it just wasn't that. And that was my gut feeling. But since then, he suffers with Darth Vader legs. So you put him on a table, and I guarantee this is his stance. And I think his legs are back to front as well. So you have to spin his feet around you have to sort of twist it, spin his leg, because these boots are the wrong way around when you get him out of the packet. So you have to sort of stand him at this kind of stance to make him stand. He won't stand still like this or anything. He just kind of always suffers with this wide leg syndrome.
A lot of clones have that as well.
Yeah. A lot of figures have that though, don't they? There must be something to do with the sort of upper thigh stuff that they do. It's actually his legs don't inline either, which is a pain. When you do inline his legs, they sort of look. Watch it, it just moves.
Or look, they'll announce 6-inch Indiana Jones line at the beginning of the year. Announcement should be coming at HasCon in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
HasCon soon.
Yeah, HasCon, and we should hopefully get some more Power Ranger news. as we move away further and further away from Black Series, because it's so disappointing.
I don't think actually had one in so far in this. Spring.
Yeah, but I mean, just like future releases, it just seems so underwhelming, doesn't it? It's just a bit like, another
retain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't even know if it's any good. Trailer looks alright, but that's about it.
I haven't even bothered with the trailer because I couldn't care less.
The trailer looked really good, but I mean, even so did Last Jedi, so I'm not going to my next. I'm going to bet that they're going to bring some classic figures in early 2000 when the fifth movie gets back. Yeah, I mean, I'm not being funny, but there's probably about 5 characters in Indiana Jones which you could probably name, and then the rest will be
A big brute guy
soldiers.
that he
Yeah.
punches.
I mean, did you ever play the Lego Indiana Jones game?
Yeah.
It was like Indiana Jones, the female counterpart, the little Chinese kid, the sort of fat other
Mr.
guy.
Bones?
What was his name? The guy that played Gimli, wasn't it? He was in it, and all the rest was like bazooka mercenary,
Yeah,
flamethrower
I
mercenary.
can tell you the builder figure, if they did it, would be that big guy that he's punching, he throws into the plane engine.
Yeah. Shirtless Nazi
Shirtless
man.
brute, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Go on then. So, what is your number one?
My number one. Now, you know how much I love Vikings and Thor, and I wanted a classic looking Thor because that is a Viking look. That is how it's meant to look. And it is the most disappointing figure in my collection. It is the comic book Thor. I'll take you through it. Doesn't stand
Same.
up. Cape gets in the way. Head doesn't move. I mean, joints are loose as anything. I mean, but you cannot get him to stand because that cape is just massive. It should be a soft one. I mean, it's such a letdown because I love Thor, and I just wanted a proper Viking looking Thor.
Yeah.
And this is what we've got. Do you know what I mean? And they re-released it with the Ragnarok one.
Yeah, because
And it's
that's
the
what this
same
one
figure.
is. Because I missed out on
Yeah.
that at least. Yeah.
And it's the same figure. It doesn't matter. They haven't
Yeah.
even adjusted it at all. The only good thing about this is the Mjolnir, and I love the light engraving on it.
Yeah, the inscription on it.
And I think that's a really cool one. Best Mjolnir I've got. So, I mean, if you want to spend how much is this now? 40 quid, 40, 50 quid now.
Yeah.
If you wanted a good Mjolnir, 40, 50
For 40
quid.
quid, just go and get that one.
If
Did
you could
yours come with the? I don't know what I've done on mine. Does yours come with the spinny effect?
no. I think mine was a 20th anniversary when it was something like that.
Yeah, your one was. Oh no, it's 80 years. I think your one wasn't it of Marvel?
Oh, I got close. I mean, I've got him to stand, but only in like a static position like that.
Yeah, it just. Just
It's just his
Oh,
legs are so.
can't find the thing.
There you go, he's falling now.
Oh, yes.
Standing
Yeah.
for too long.
So this is.
And
I
he's
mean,
tilted as well. So his legs don't sit properly. It's like
No.
they're bowed.
Well,
That's
the
really
thing
weird.
is, like straight away from the head doesn't move. You can't turn it left or right because the cape's in the way. And because
And
he's got long draping hair at the front, it doesn't dip, so he can't even nod. So actually, his head is pretty static, apart from a small little movement. His arm wise, he's got full articulation there. It would be quite nice to have a butterfly joint, but he hasn't. But when it comes down to his legs and actually his hands, he's just very restricted because of his cape. His cape is so big, so heavy,
and thick
that
as well.
most of the time, most of the time you are literally manipulating the figure to stand to counter the actual weight of the actual cape. And by the end of
I mean,
it,
you can get like custom capes as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
If you want to spend
that's
like
what I'm thinking of
20
actually
quid.
doing. I think it's about 20 quid, and I think it would take this figure to the next level because he is there. But the thing is about him, the more that you keep playing with him because you're getting annoyed with him, it actually feels like you're making his limbs looser as well. And the worst thing is, this Ragnarok, and I customized it so his eyes were just normal. And he comes with this spinning hammer. This weighs a bloody ton. So when you actually put it in his hand, he just doesn't really hold it properly. You have to get it in the right kind of way because one side's thicker than the other. Because he's got like a slot in his hand. So when you're trying to counter the whole body weight and the cape and this, and he doesn't even hold it properly because he just it's too heavy for his arms. So he just literally it could have been
There's
so
another thing with
epic.
this as well. Is this boot lip he's got? Where he's got that, he can't actually bend his knee joint to be straight.
Yeah, it
And if
gets in
it's
the way.
staying
Well, yeah, I think
yeah.
you have to sort of pop it in first before getting it straight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just won't do anything. It's awful.
rubbish.
Do a proper one, it'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah, a tyre. That was quite funny. That was for the last one. But,
We did that last time, though, didn't we?
yeah,
On
well, I think it
best
was about number
figures.
3 or something. We both had one at the
Echo,
same.
wasn't it? Echo. Number.
Yeah, so we both had it in the same sort of place for a good figure. But yeah, it's a shame about 4.
He was
Iron
the
Man.
minute you said, "Oh, we're doing disappointing figures," I thought, right, he's getting
Yeah,
out.
and that was the one I tried to think of the other day when we said the most disappointing figure when we was in the live, and I couldn't remember because he was on the bloody floor. That's why I couldn't see him. It's like most of my figures, but yeah. Oh well, it's just as it is, isn't it? Really.
We made that one last longer than we did with the 10 figures.
We did. But yeah, now we have finished, and now we can open up the chat to anyone that wants to talk about anything. Ask us questions. We both collect exactly the same stuff. So if you watch my channel, you enjoy his channel as well. So go over there and subscribe. But yeah, we both collect the exact same thing. We both even have the same taste in disappointing figures. And yeah, just open up the doors, ask a question, whether it's photography or customizing.
I mean, you started getting more into the photography side of things, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I've been quite restricted before because obviously I only do it on this board here. And I'd just love to open up the doors. But yeah, since sort of getting you, do you know what put me off? Was when I started doing photography, I kept taking my laptop in, finding a background, downloading it, slotting it into the computer, onto the TV, making it big, and then getting the things in. But now I just do it on YouTube. I just type in New York ambience, and it get all these different like backgrounds. If you want a desert ambience, one of them I use a Star Wars ambience, and that's how I got the Luke Skywalker background. So it's just like just using YouTube. I didn't have to
for a
connect up my
positive
laptop.
spin. There you go for a question.
For a positive, what's the best figure you picked up in the last couple of weeks? It's gonna be
going to say I've literally only got Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's all we bought in the last couple of weeks was Power Rangers.
I'll go and grab mine.
Well, actually, for me,
I'll go and grab mine. One sec.
go on then. I've just like knocked something over. Right. So what's yours then?
Well, you'll probably know what mine is because it was in the top 10.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that video.
Luna Wolf.
Your Power Ranger Luna Wolf.
Easily my favourite figure that I've got recently. My favourite character from Power Rangers Ain't Your Thing. Well, it weren't ours until about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we literally. I mean, for me, I think I was about 12 to 14 when Power Rangers come out initially. So I was always like, I looked at it, I was like, nah, that's not my thing. You know, I was a bit
up with it, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, it's been around since for those years, isn't it?
I started on Wild Force, and obviously this is the one that he's from.
That was in it,
and was my favourite one since then.
Yeah.
Then SPD came along, and got all them now, apart from Yellow.
Yeah, we both never collected Power Rangers until about 3 weeks ago. We just both bit the bullet and got the bug like a little bit too quick. Hints.
I mean, I've got loads of them now.
Well, this is what I've got coming. So these ones are a crossover. This is like TMNT with Power Rangers, so it's slightly a little bit different. And the last TMNT stuff I bought was years and years and years ago.
TMNT stuff I've got some NECA ones from the film.
Well, the last ones I got is the Nickelodeon ones, and I actually painted them up and put a little bit of black shading on them, so the muscle definition. But for me, from my most recent figure that I picked up and I'm really enjoying, and it was secondhand as well. and that is actually the Scarlet Spider-Man. Well, Scarlet Spider, not to be mistaken with Ben Reilly. It is Kane.
What body
And,
is that? Is that a more recent body?
It's Sunfire body.
Oh,
So it's very, very near Pizza Spider-Man, but just a little bit more bulkier. So he's actually got butterfly joints. He's got the hinge, but he's got a twist here. But leg-wise, not too bad. Forward,
how much
back,
do you
and
pay for
everything.
that?
So can't disclose. Yeah, I think it was coming up for about 30, I think. But it's worth it. You know, it's another one from a Spider-Man shelf. I don't think they're going to remake it. The sculpt is brilliant. The only thing he had slightly was a little blemish in his eyeball. But I've repainted them. Easy fix. So, yeah. And I just love like this. Look at that. Stabby. So, yeah. Pretty cool.
That's an old figure as well, isn't it? Pretty old.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's from the Spider-Man wave that they brought out a few years ago. I can't remember what the actual. I think the builder figure was the robot Spider-Man thing, which was in Spider-Verse, but the actual comic version of that one.
Well, I can't think of it.
Power Rangers must be a dream for Hasbro since it has so many versions to make, like Marvel Legends comics. Yeah, there's hundreds of Power Rangers, but I was saying earlier, I don't think they have the full rights for every single costume yet. I don't know because obviously, is it Bandai? And then there was another company, the Chinese company, isn't there? That was
Bandai on part of Power Rangers, I think, because they was the originators, weren't they? They used to make the old
so I don't think they've got everything yet because they're not even done like the pirate ones or anything like that yet. even if they were not very popular, do you think that they would just put one in a wave so far?
I'd get them just for the laugh.
But honestly, even if Power Rangers ain't your thing and all that, I'm not going to say about them. But the articulation and actually the presentation of the figure is, I think it blows away quite a few Marvel Legend figures, to be honest, and definitely blows away Black Series.
I mean, most of these Power Rangers are very Spider-Man-esque with the articulation.
Yeah, and just hasn't got a toe articulation. That's it.
Yeah, literally the only thing. And you can get these in all sorts of poses, and definitely worth picking up if you're into Power Rangers.
Or not. Just get one for the shelf.
Yeah, just get one. So you get like a Red Ranger.
Just get your favourite. Yeah. One that you think you have a little bit of nostalgia to.
But yeah, it's definitely worth picking them up.
Yeah.
What's it? Dino Fury. Is it Dino Fury? The new one?
Yeah.
I've been looking at him more and more. And Bill was watching it earlier and I thought, I will get him.
Yeah, I told you would. You'd like persuade yourself the more you watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if they're changing their costumes because Cosmic Fury is coming out as well now, which will be showing off in a few weeks. So, is anyone else? What else is other people's collections apart from Black Series and all that? Have you got another little off-topic kind of thing like Power Rangers or Marvel Universe? No, DC Universe even. Did you ever pick up any DC Universe? To me, it's just a disappointing brand. I don't like it. I've tried
the McFarlane ones.
You've got Batman Metal, you?
I've got Batman Metal. I've got Batman from the new film. Batman Arkham. Joker from Arkham. And I think that's it.
Yeah. I just find the line a bit.
Got a leg of 60s Batman.
Yeah, I just find it a little bit disappointing brand. Like
they're well detailed, but the articulation's awful.
Yeah, it just you can't really do anything with them. They've got big capes. They're 7 inches of just pure crap.
I'd say the best. Obviously, my favourite Batman one's the metal one because it's got good articulation. You get him in all sorts of poses. I think it's really good, and the cape's not as big on it. So definitely a good figure.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Yeah, the Superman, the crap, they don't stand properly. But yeah, but I just think
McFarlane would
like,
be so much better if it was their articulation was better.
yeah, that's it. I just think they got a hard competition when you put them against Hasbro and
Quite a small brand, isn't it?
yeah, I think that Mark McFarlane's never really got it right. They always try to be something a bit of a NECA, or they try to be of an action figure. They just never get it right. I used to have the McFarlane Halo figures back in the day, which were like, I want to say 5-inch. They were just slightly, you could actually take off their arms and put them with the other ones because you can like make up your armor and stuff like that. But their wrists and all that used to break. When I used to work for Game Station years ago, I used to take pictures of them like beating each other up. Yeah, it's nothing.
I think Jasper have done well with these Halo figures. Just they're really loose. They're all really loose.
Yeah, has Jazzwares made other stuff?
They make some Fortnite stuff, the smaller Fortnite figures, and they make Paw Patrol figures. That's about it.
And then Halo.
Yeah, and then Halo. No,
Yeah,
they have
just out of interest, are the Paw Patrol figures in? Could you use them with your Halo figures?
Well, I'd say they're like that high. I think Bell's got one. I mean, probably about there.
Yeah, so she can use it as a guide dog. A guard dog.
Yeah. Or a guide dog. She can't stand up, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She stayed up, but the white one's fallen over. My white
dear.
Halo one. And it knocked my Iron Maiden one over as well.
Oh, knackered. Oh dear. Yeah, is there anything else is pulling you for collecting, or have you?
Me?
Yeah. Or anyone else that wants to join in the chat? Is there anything that you don't collect and you're kind of looking?
I mean, I got the Alien figure, didn't I?
And
it's all right. I mean, but I do like the Predator figures.
Yeah.
I've
always wanted a T800.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with them is because they're NECA, they're expensive.
Yeah.
And so it's like the boys. I'm getting the boys because I like that series. Yeah. But Predator is one of those ones that's in the background. So
I think with Predator, you can. I mean, a lot of people do collect them and they get each one. But for me, I think like you could just get one Predator that you like and be done. Do you know what I mean?
Same Alien, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few Predators in the past. I probably got them around in the other one. I remember one's claws he snapped off years ago. And I got a few aliens. Obviously, I've got Hicks and stuff. I think I've got T1000 somewhere, but he's so old, he's static. Like his legs don't move, and all it is his arms is all that moves. But I've got Robocop. Robocop is actually on my shelves here.
That's old stuff.
Yeah. Robocop's amazing though, and his detail is brilliant.
Before my time.
Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing that I've always looked at. An Aliens photo, so I picked up all the Clone Wars. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I went through a phase of like I was going to collect them all the things, and I think it was around the time the Alien Queen come out. I was going to get that. So we're talking about probably about 5 years ago. But I'll tell you one thing that I'm always a little bit inclined for, and I never ever dabbed into it whatsoever, and that's those Warhammer figures, like the big Space Marine.
Oh yeah, Space Marine. I used to like playing that in video games, Space Marine. That's great.
Yeah, and I think just having one on the shelf, just to represent it.
Warhammer. I don't like it.
No.
It's
That's McFarlane again, though, isn't it? I think.
Is it Warhammer? Well, I know it's like a nerd, geeky game.
Yeah.
Not my sort of thing. I know Bellacore. I know that's a name of someone.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's a good metal band as well.
Yeah, I was looking at him, and then there's a few other things I sort of look at and go, nah. I mean, I've been looking at Master Chief. I've been looking at just those additional ones on the thing, but
I mean,
I mean,
Master Chief, I've got him here. Look. Jazzware's Master Chief. Great.
get a Black Series. I want to see the scale between them.
Get a Black Series.
Yeah. Maybe your most disappointing Black Series figure. 104K looked great, but not my thing. Yeah, again, it's not my thing at all. But I kind of like maybe just one Marine on the shelf.
I mean, technically,
He's a bit. Well, he's supposed to be 7 foot,
it's supposed
isn't he?
to be, yeah. So that, in a way, is quite a good scale.
Yeah.
But all the Halo figures, like there's Cat against Master Chief, they're all pretty well scaled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's the only thing with him is his toes again, like they're quite loose. Other than that, he's a pretty good figure. I'm going to be doing some winter shots with him.
Oh, are you now? We might as well now because I was freezing my bloody tits off earlier. It was so bloody cold outside. I was like, "Where's the sun gone?" It's just literally just gone. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few things. I mean, there's quite a few things on AliExpress I quite like as well, and that's why I picked up that James Bond figure as well because it's just unique. It's just like having a James Bond on your shelf, even if it's pictures or just a random thing or something that comes into your head that you want to take a picture or something.
I've seen another recent one is Funko have started doing like figure type things, not pops, but like figure ones of like all these musical icons and stuff. So they have like Biggie Smalls and Ice Cube and that. They look really cool. And I was like, no, I don't need them.
Don't get into it.
Yeah.
The only thing I picked up out of the field is a recent Jazzwares Fortnite X-Lord figure. Nice. Oh, actually, I was going to say to you the other day, you know Hasbro's Fortnite figures, they've gone down in price. There's like a red Panther woman. That looks pretty cool. That's gone down in price.
Yeah, I do like that one, actually. He's Metal Mouth now we've got.
Yeah, Metal Mouth. Yeah, so there's this red Panther woman that's gone down in price.
Fortnite.
Andrew, are you excited? Do you play Fortnite? Are you excited for the new season? Because that's out tonight, I think. It's out tonight, tomorrow. I don't know what time it is tomorrow. God, I'm so tired. Me running around.
I'm not really bothered by the new season yet. I'm waiting.
Well, I'm just interested in what the battle pass is. I know there's sort of rumours that it's going to be Ghost Spider, like Spider Gwen, but we'll just see, I guess. Let's see what it's going to be.
It's another Spider-Man. Do you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
How many Spider-Man? Like, there's loads of Marvel, Star Wars, wasn't?
Well, it's been a year since we've had Spider-Man.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Jesus. We've been playing it a year.
I don't play. I should click on here. That I don't play. Fact is, I just have time to play any game. So then, oh well, sorry about that, mate. Yeah. Well, we never did we? It was only like 7 months, 8 months ago. We dragged you in to play Fortnite. But,
I haven't played it for ages, though. So.
No, we haven't, have we? But yeah, we'll get around to it.
Because I've been doing YouTube and all that. Like,
yeah, and you've already leveled up.
Yeah.
It's not exciting, is it?
No.
So that's why. Just waiting for the new season. Oh, okay, full sleep. Oh, sorry, everyone. Literally yawning live on camera around the globe. Well, for 4 people anyway. Did you want to? Should we call it off?
Yeah, I mean, we made it an hour, didn't we? So.
Yeah, we made it an hour, and that's kind of like where we always want to try and keep it. Friends are the best to get dragged into games. Yeah, yeah, we certainly did that, Mister. I don't want to play. It's a kids' game too. I'm going to spend loads of money on it.
It is a kids' game.
That's why you like killing kids. That's why you run around like Anakin.
That Ariana Grande skin, brilliant. Hasbro need to make a figure.
Yeah, that's what kept you playing, just running around seeing her ass. Right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining on this one here. Hopefully, we'll come up with another video, and maybe you might see a few more videos coming this week if you're about here this week.
I've got one scheduled to release Monday, and another one scheduled to release on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because I'm
So
not here to make videos.
yeah, you got to make some videos. Yeah. So head over to Callum's channel over there. It should be in the description down below. I think I've done it there. And then just head over and give him a little subscribe and give him a like on a few of his videos as he's just starting out and everything like that. So all will be highly appreciated.
Do reviews of everything.
Yeah, he's doing his reviews. Most of it is Power Rangers at the moment, but that's because that's his love and that's his new figures.
No, I've got a Wolverine one coming out Monday, and Moon Knight will be Wednesday.
Oh, there we go. Moon Knight. She got Moon Knight out first. It's prime time.
Good day.
You have to swap it around. Right,
Well,
thank you.
Oh.
Right, so thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Thank you for the stream, and thank you for joining as well. We'll do more of these very, very soon, and we'll think of some ideas, and maybe next time we can just do a hangout and have a laugh. So thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
End.